Don't you love it when you just back into a great camping spot like this one in Anastasia State Park in St Augustine, Florida? Come along as we have a great time there. Ready to go somewhere else? We're set up amongst the palm trees. First night in St Augustine and Anastasia State Park. We got the van all set up, and of course now we're out exploring on the trails and taking Maggie on a walk. So we're actually out here and we're not sure where this trail's leading, but we figure it's got to lead somewhere on the other side of the park. Lynn was walking through every campground area and every campsite area in search of excitement.
I won't tell you what the excitement was.
Yeah. So we decided we'd take a shortcut coming back. But it looks like we're right on the edge of the state park property, and actually where some houses are, so I don't know. We may be asking someone what's for dinner here pretty soon. We've been on more hikes and been out and done more outside since getting the van than we've done probably the last 3 years of being in the fifth wheel. You know, I guess it just encourages you to get outside. We heard the ocean tonight, decided it was worth a walk to come over here and just see how rough it was. If you bring your dog to the park, they can actually go out on what's known as the Overlook Walk. And so that's what we're doing again now. You can't take them out on the beaches here in the state park, and you can't take them on those walkways, but you can take them up here. We made it up to the top of the overlook. So we realize we haven't really shared a lot about our plan for how we're traveling. The biggest reason is we really don't have a plan. Here's the map of Florida, and the green, yellow, blue, and red lines represent times that we think we're going to be in a certain area. In this particular video, we were still in January and we were at St. Augustine, about to head down to Daytona and then make our way down closer to Miami, wrap around the end of Florida after going to Key West, and head back up to the Panhandle. Sometime, we really don't know when we'll make it back home.
Ready to walk back?
She's pretty happy. I'm comfortable here, Mama. The wind's blowing. You're getting all the sand spurs off of me. I think I could get used to this, being at a beach every day, having the capability to just walk out to the ocean like this and see the beach. This is really pretty. St. Augustine beaches are beautiful. It's a really cool walkway out to the beach. It's really thick. Cool.
It's rubber, but it looks like a road. They even put lines in it so you know what side to walk on.
I'm on the wrong side unless we're overseas.
Shaking your head. It's beautiful.
We'll see forever.
Know it.
There's water underneath just about every bridge I ever set my feet on. So I'd like to give the benefit of doubt to those I just can't get a read on. Oh, 'cause when I think I'm doing pretty good, there's always something else. Oh, 'cause every time I think that I have learned all that I need about the world, I learn a little more.
There are days when you wake up and you just have to pinch yourself and say, man, this is our life, this is it. And this is just a fantastic park. We just walked out to the beach and we're walking back to our campsite. Our last night at Anastasia State Park in Florida, just had a steak dinner that we grilled out. We were walking Maggie and we noticed that you could hear the ocean all the way from the campsite. So Lynn and I went back, got the camera, and we're going to walk over now and take one more look at the beach and listen to the ocean for a little bit. And then we're going to go back and we'll turn in for the night. Like an old person, I'm sitting there drinking a cup of coffee. Kind of crazy. We're enjoying this van trekking lifestyle. And we're glad you're along with us.
I recognized you guys from YouTube.
Really?
We actually got on there to get some information, and then we ran into you all before we came down here.
Yeah.
We had flip phones up until a week ago, so that should tell you why.
Well, we hope you'll stay connected to
We're
us.
catching
That's
up
awesome.
little by little.
But you recognize Maggie instead of us.
Yes.
So we've had that happen now maybe half a dozen times. And that's the first time I've had my phone or camera with me. But that's pretty cool that someone that's out camping actually finds our videos and then finds them useful enough to watch them and to stay connected to us, and then is able to recognize Maggie as we're walking along on a sidewalk. I've told a lot of our friends our dog's more famous than we are, and I guess that's okay, but Maggie attracts people and people see her and recognize us. It's just awesome. But if you see us when we're out walking, please let us know that you know us and stop by and say hello. Lynn and I love talking to folks that have been watching the videos and have a similar love for being outside and hiking and traveling as we do. That was pretty cool.
I've never listened too much, but so many times I've wished I hadn't spoken. If I could see through anger, would I discover people that are broken or hurting? Oh, I think that would change my whole view, and probably change yours too. Oh, 'cause every time I think that I have learned all that I need about the world, I learn a little more. On TV and writers with our blogs, maybe instead of speculating on what we really know nothing about, those words are helping no one out. Let's all learn a little more.
So someone just stopped me on the side of the road and said, trivia question, what's the most important thing to have on a 6-mile hike? And I thought, I didn't recognize him, but then later I recognized his wife. But I thought he'd been on a 6-mile hike. She was in there. And so I said toilet paper. And he said, that's right. And he just laughed at us. And then I heard her laugh and I recognized her. But they've actually seen our videos. And I assume he's watched the Fort Clinch video where I went on the long hike and apparently needed toilet paper. But that was hilarious right there. I don't know if we can get used to this people recognizing us when we go out like this, but it sure is nice to be able to smile and laugh at people. Well, today's the day that we're going to move to another campsite. We stayed 2 nights at Anastasia State Park, and we loved it.
We did.
Perfect
The
place.
beaches are absolutely gorgeous here.
Maggie likes it. So we woke up this morning, kind of got up a little bit early today, and had coffee and sat around and planned week after next. That seems to be kind of what we do now. We tend to plan out our stops, not for the next week, but for the following week. And we have everything booked now for 2 weeks. Looks like we're gonna
Everything planned. It's not really, they're not all booked.
Well, only one. Well, Cracker Barrel doesn't require you to book anything. So. You're right. And we kind of know where we're going. And looking at our master map of when we want to be where, it looks like we're right on schedule to be in Key West near the end of February. So hopefully that'll all work out. We're going to go back and finish getting the van ready to go and pull out of Anastasia State Park. And I think we'll stop and dump this time too before we leave. And we'll head on further south. Ormond Beach is the next stop. And this is a pretty typical leave a campsite day for us. We've been here for 2 nights, and we're going to leave this campsite and head to another one. We're in Anastasia State Park. We're going to Tomoka State Park, and right now we'll walk in and show you that water tank levels. We have 1/3 on fresh water, 2/3. So we do things differently on the van when it comes to getting water in the van. With our 5th wheel, we used to connect directly to the city fill, which is right here, and we would let the water run freely, and it would be in there. But with the van, we connect up to the tank fill, and then we only fill the tanks when we need to. We use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh tank, and that's what we use. There's a 2-stage filter here. The water goes through. Then there's a whole house filter that's a 4-stage filter that it goes through right on the other side of this wall. So the water is pretty safe for things like washing your hands and maybe brushing your teeth and making coffee. We still filter the water that we drink though. So right now I need to fill this thing up with water so we can get out of here. So it only took us about 5 minutes today. That included refilling the water tanks. And if you'll look here, we have the back wall ready to go, and everything's in there. We're ready to go dump the black tank, and then we'll head to Tomoka. All in a day of traveling around in the van. Everything seems to be on here and locked down, and we're good to go. See you down the road. You hopped all the way over here, and I had to come over here to get the undo her. Wait a minute, got her on your woohoo break there. Wait a minute.
I've never listened too much, but so many times I've wished I hadn't spoken. If I could see through anger, would I discover people that are broken or hurting?
That's Maggie's sad eyes. She just found out that pub dogs can't go to the St Augustine Lighthouse. But we can, and that's what we're going to do. But it's hot enough that Lynn had to change clothes. kind of makes it easy when your house.
Benefits. Single day tickets right around 26 for 2 people for the 1 day. For those 60 and over, it's a little bit less than that.
If we're going to make it a day thing.
So you heard a lot of options. Let Lynn and I show you what you can see for the single day price of $0. That's more our speed. Let's see. We may have to just show you the lighthouse right here. I'm a keeper. We're not cheap, but we are frugal, and we're heading to another location today, and we need to go reprovision. So guess what? Even at $22 a piece, which is what?
$22 a piece.
$22 for both of us. We can both get in for $22, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to go up here and peek over the side and show you what it looks like, and then what we're going to do. Get back in the van and go to the next stop. So we usually don't mind paying $10 to $20 to go see something like that. It's really beautiful, and if we had done this yesterday, maybe we would have gone, but since today is a travel day, I just don't see the reason to pay that much money to go in for a few minutes. And even if it was nice, I'd still be in there the whole time going, geez, we got to drive today. We need to go. Geez, we got to drive today. But we're only driving 45 minutes. I don't know. I know. We've been going. I know. You ready to go? Come on, we're going. We're all getting in. Come on, let's go. We're going.